Hello, everybody. Welcome to Space Zambonie. My name is Alex.
And I'm Matt.
Today we have a super special guest, but before that, thank you guys everyone who's subbed, who's supported the channel through membership, and all that jazz. Thank you to Burgeritos for being super sponsor.
Yeah.
And on that note, we have the infamous John Arpino.
How you doing, guys?
Dude, we're doing hella fine.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on.
No, of course. Thank you for coming on, dude. I've known you for like.
Ever.
It feels like ever.
Forever.
Like ever is just the perfect word.
Yeah.
But I feel like we have a fun wave because we like middle school, we're hanging out, fine. High school, we were hanging out a little bit, did our own thing, and we come back here and it just feels like
It's like we never stop.
fucking chilling.
Yeah. Oh, this is a rejuvenation reunion.
Oh, we're missing a few people. They're kicked out of the band.
Yeah. Oh my god. Fuck that. Oh wait, can we curse on here? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck
man.
yeah. Flip people off.
Oh, bad. All right, fuck. You guys are in for a fucking show.
Yeah, no, oh my god, dude, you bring that.
You said
shit.
middle school, and I just
So like, there's times where I'll be like driving home and I'll turn on like my alt rock emo mix that I have on my thing, and that's where I go, right back to Alex's garage. That's exactly where I go, and I'm like, wow, the only reason why I know the words to this song is because of Alex. Like that is the only reason.
If you ever want to do music, we do comedy music now. We do. other music.
Let's do it, guys.
Yeah,
like I'm down to make content every
so
day.
fucking.
We have our album that's out.
Yeah, we
Really?
released a comedy
Yeah.
album.
That's awesome.
And then we
Really
did like
nice
wacky
grooves.
fucking music videos.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh my god.
I'm a more extreme, wackier version of who the fuck I was back in middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh
think-
my god.
I
That's
think,
dope.
Dan, can you vouch? Because middle school, I think I was more like.
because we grew up and we now have like alcohol.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
I had alcohol then. You guys just.
Oh, in middle school.
You're the person I went to.
Oh my god.
It's like, hey, John.
Yeah, that's what I was doing then.
How much was this $20 bottle of vodka? You're like $20. Yeah. Like, oh, okay.
So is Dan like the voice in the sky for this? Is there no camera? Oh, okay,
Yep,
cool.
voice
Yeah.
in the sky.
I'm the guy in the chair.
His parents call him Baba Booey.
Papa Booey. Cool. Oh my god.
So, what are you up to, dude? What have you been doing?
Oh, a little bit of this and some of that.
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where you want to start this thing, but a little bit about me. Formerly 500 pounds, almost lost my life. Decided to change that life when I was given a second chance. And since then, I'm now down 300 pounds. In October that just passed, I competed in my first bodybuilding show. I placed second out of 30 people.
Damn.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I have a podcast myself, the Accountable Life Group Podcast.
Yeah,
I also do a community call each and every Wednesday night that's absolutely free for people that are just, looking for a space that has like-minded individuals with like-minded goals. And it's just a place for all of us to hang out, talk about what's going on and stuff like that. I do coaching. Have an Instagram page. I do a little bit of everything. Like I said, I'm a professional wrestler.
That's
Dang.
so fucking cool. So,
Yeah, man.
I think you are one of the most inspirational people
Thank you,
I've
dude.
ever fucking met.
Thank you.
Which
That means a
is
lot.
crazy. Because, like, from my perspective, you are on the journey, which is why I love seeing the fucking post. Because from outside, it's like, yeah, he got bit by a radioactive fucking spider, and now he's buff and hot.
Yeah.
It's sick.
I appreciate that, man. My fiance would kind of say the same thing, actually. Like, if she was on the show, she'd probably say almost something like that.
How did you start that journey? You said like you almost died.
Yeah,
Where
so-
was that chapter?
So this is 2015. At this point in my life, back in the day, I was always a really big kid. Obviously, middle school, high school, I was always a big kid. But like the thing about me was I never wanted to be that fat loner. You know what I mean? So I had a lot of friends in high school, but I was I never had like one group, So after high school, I stopped really hanging out in Long Island. I started hanging out more in like Brooklyn and Queens. And I linked up with a bunch of guys who were like doing nightclub promotion. So I got really heavy into nightlife entertainment, stuff like that. I was promoting a lot of different clubs all around. And
Say J-Arp at the door.
yeah, say J-Arp at the door. That was like the thing back then. Before J-Arp's journey, it was J-Arp at the door. And I've always branded myself. That was the thing.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So I'm in this space and like I'm not taking care of myself, and I'm at a point in my life where like I have a lot going for me, but I don't give a shit, and at this time, I had lost my grandfather in 2010. My grandma got really sick. I had lost her in February of 2015, and my life just went to fucking shit. So I'm in this deep depression. I'm drinking all, every single weekend. I'm going to these clubs. I'm staying up all hours of the day. I'm fucking eating like an animal. And, I had asthma my whole entire life, really severe asthma. I was taken out of school multiple times by ambulance, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So with my asthma, if, I would go to the hospital like clockwork. Like there was certain times a year, like the weather would change, boom, I'd get sick, I'd be in the hospital.
Yeah.
So this kind of developed off of that. So like I had caught a cold. I was hanging out at my house, literally normal day. And I'm about to actually watch a Mets game with my dad. They were in the playoffs. Why? So my dad's like walking by my room. I have a cold. My stepmom comes in the room and goes, why don't you put some Vicks Vapor Rub on your chest like you've done 9 million times because we're Italian and that fucking cures everything.
Yep.
Sure, no problem. Boom, boom, boom. Lather a little something on my chest. Next thing I know, the menthol just locks up my asthma.
Wow.
And I code blue in my house. So
Damn.
my dad's
Holy shit.
walking past my room and like one of the last things I remember is just trying to just tell my dad, hey, you need to call an ambulance. Like call an ambulance, whatever. So EMTs arrive on the scene. It just so happens that they didn't send anyone that was ALS certified. So for those that don't know what ALS certification is, basically it's a certification to administer epinephrine. So epinephrine is pure adrenaline, like an EpiPen, if you've heard of what an EpiPen is.
Mm-hmm.
So no one there could give me this drug.
That's crazy.
So they
Damn.
put me in a stretcher chair because I'm so big at the time. You can't put me on a regular stretcher. They strap me to this chair. They roll me out of my house. And as they're rolling me out of my house, this paramedic looks at me and he goes, I'm so sorry. And whatever consciousness that I have at the time, I'm just like, you fucked up. Like you did it. You're going to die right here in your living room in front of your entire family. Like this is what you really wanted. You're a fuck up, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So now I'm in the back of this ambulance and I remember that there was like a clock above the door of the ambulance. And I'm staring at this clock and I'm just begging God. I'm begging the universe. I'm begging my grandma, give me one more shot. If you give me one more shot, I will make it right. I will do everything that I have to do that I've always said that I was going to do. And, whatever. So please just let this happen. An hour and a half later, I wake up in the emergency room at St. Joseph's Hospital. I'm hooked up to a BiPAP machine and spoiler alert, I lived. And, I had to make good on that promise,
Big time, I get that.
So I've never stood accountable to anything that I've ever wanted to do in my life up until that point, because I gave myself no other option. To me, it was like I had this paranormal, like supersonic experience. And to me, it's like I'm very spiritual in the sense of like I lost dear loved ones to me and I always feel them around me, especially when I do like great things. Like I always feel their presence. And it was like one of those things where I felt my grandma's presence. I felt my grandfather's presence. And I was like, I'm supposed to do this.
Yeah.
And that's really where my journey began. It was just like, okay, so this is what we're doing now. How do we do this? How do we get a 510-pound guy to, just be mobile? You know what I mean? Like I was mobile in the sense of like, I could get up out of bed and I could, go to my car and I could, do little stuff, but I wasn't mobile in the sense of like, I didn't know what exercise was. You know what I mean? It was getting to the point where, listen, I was always very hygienic, but like showering was starting to become a fucking problem because my shower was only so big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like bending over to tie my shoes, that became impossible. I started just slipping my shoes on, and it was just getting harder and harder and harder. So like, how do we start? Like, where do you begin with that? And I couldn't go to a regular gym because of the fact that one, I didn't have the balls to walk into a regular gym at that size. And two, my asthma and my health was just not in the place where like you could just, dive in head first. So I went to a pulmonary rehab facility.
Nice.
And basically this was like a place for old folks who had been in car crashes, had strokes, had heart attacks, blah, 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 to get them back and moving, right? So I'm in this place for like 3 months and I had one guy in there who like ran the place who thought he was going to completely change my life. Like he thought he was like Mr. Olympia, like, oh, this is going to be great.
Oh
like
my gosh.
I'm going to make this.
You're going to be curling when I'm done with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
You're going to be bench pressing everybody in this room. And so it was whatever. But like my real wake up moment from that and like the moment where I was like, okay, you need to either shit or get off the pot was like I was on a treadmill. And I had a 75-year-old woman to the left of me and like a 75-year-old man to the right of me. And I'm going immediately like 1.5 on this treadmill and I'm gasping for air. I'm sucking wind. They're boogieing like on a 7.
Yeah, and I know exactly the movement
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Just like that. Like they're jazzercising on this thing.
exactly.
Like they're putting it on the Ritz, and I'm over there dying. Like, does anyone have a fucking Ritz? Because I'm starving. But yeah. So, and then I was like, all right, you're not gonna make progress here. Like grandma and grandpa, they're kicking your ass right now. Like you need to be in a place where you can actually maybe find someone who's going to help you.
Yeah.
So my uncle was working out in a gym right in Massapequa, not too far from my house. And I was introduced to Steve, who actually we went to high school with. So Steve Arnone, he was a personal trainer over at the gym that I joined, and he had lost 115 pounds on his own. So perfect. A guy who was, obese. I'm super obese. He did it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So we started and we worked really hard, and it was tough. Like I said, I hats off to Steve, man, because he had to come up with workouts that I was able to do at my size because I was not fitting in machines. I wasn't really fitting on a bike. I couldn't really do the treadmill. So he was coming up with stuff that, there's a video on my Instagram. I'm doing a little step up and it's not even like an inch up high, and I'm doing this little step because I couldn't even climb stairs at this point, and that was a workout.
Yeah.
And I would do that for 30 minutes and that was my workout. So together we had lost at this time about 88 pounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it was great. But when you're starting off at 510, 88 pounds, you're still way out
big
there.
time, yeah.
You know what I mean? So now in the course of all this that's going on, my asthma, still have it, right? So I didn't say this earlier, but the reason why I had this weight gain because of my asthma, when I was a young kid, I was put on a steroid called prednisone. So the side effect of prednisone is either stunted growth or weight gain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm 6'5", fellas. You know that. And I was 510 pounds. Like that's just really what it is. So during this time, I was still having asthma attacks. I was still getting sick. I was still being put on prednisone. So every bit of weight that I was losing was automatically coming back on because of the drug. So I had my doctor sit down and he had a very serious conversation with me. And he was like, listen, man, like I see that you really are trying. You want this, you're putting in the effort. Why don't we talk about bariatric surgery? So at first I was very against bariatric surgery because I didn't know enough about it. It was always like, to me, and now knowing what I know now, it's not this way, but it was the easy way out. That's what I was always told. It's the shortcut. It's a cheat code. So I didn't want to do it. And then I come from an old school Italian family. And they believe that you need to leave this earth the same way you came in. So you need all your organs the same way that you got them. So after arguments upon arguments of, what I was going to do, I finally made the decision. I made the consultation. I did the thing. And, I followed the steps and I got the surgery done. And it wasn't easy. It's just as hard as the natural route. But you know what? I followed the rule book. I did what I had to do and it worked for me.
It's still a huge fucking adjustment.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh my God.
It's a completely change your lifestyle.
Yeah,
regardless.
that first year and a half out of surgery, it's like you're learning how to be a human again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're so used, especially when you're as big as 500 pounds, 400 pounds, whatever you are, like you're used to just being a gluttonous, bottomless pit of just like, listen, I used to go to a Taco Bell drive-thru and order $40 of Taco Bell for myself.
Wow.
And sit in the parking lot in my car, eat, and then debate whether I was going back online or not. So when you're eating like that for, 22 years, and then they take away 3/4 of your stomach and they literally cut it out of your body.
Yeah.
It's a learning curve you got to adjust to. You know what I mean? Like it's not easy at first. And you have a mental struggle with yourself. Like, how bad do you want success? How important is food? Because what a lot of people don't understand is, your stomach is smaller. You have less, you have more restriction, but there's so many ways around that. You know what I mean? So like, yes, if you ate a steak, you probably can't have the whole steak, but if you ate a bag of M&Ms, is nothing, but it's so calorically packed that like, if you have a bag of M&Ms and you see, oh, well, I can have this whole bag of M&Ms. Well, fuck it. I'm going to have 2 bags of M&Ms because it's not bothering me. Then 2 becomes 3 and so on and so forth. So unless you fix what's going on up here, that surgery means dick. You know what I mean? So that was an adjustment. And like I said, and I say this to all my followers, I say this to people, random people who just ask me for weight loss advice, or if they're considering bariatric surgery, like if you don't follow that rule book, and if you don't fix what's going on upstairs, like you can't fix the rest of the house unless the lighting works. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just the way it is. So in a nutshell, that's my story. Like,
That's awesome.
thank you.
I love you, dude.
I love you too,
so
man.
much. And I'm so proud of where you've come and how far you've gotten. And what's even more impressive to me is forever and for the rest of my life will be everyone's life will you change.
I appreciate
Because you
that,
are
man.
constantly changing people's lives.
Thank you.
Whether you know it or not. Like, even if like 5 people watch this, I guarantee 4 out of 5 people are going to be like,
Yeah.
holy fucking
Yeah,
shit.
I could do this.
like
Yeah.
you
I
know,
appreciate that.
it's a huge fucking thing. You went from being like the person that, hey, Alex, you want to scoot with me? We get to use the elevator to go downstairs.
Right.
I was
Exactly.
like,
Oh my
fuck
God.
yeah, I get to use the elevator.
Yeah, I had an elevator key in high school because I was a health liability. They didn't want me going up the
Yeah.
stairs.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, I was the guy.
Yeah.
Damn.
I had a unlimited. I was allowed to be 15 minutes late to class,
Yes.
and I was
Wow.
allowed to
Holy
leave
crap.
10 minutes early.
Yeah.
And I was allowed to bring a buddy.
Oh my God.
yeah. Bro,
That's
I love
nuts.
it. If John ever tagged me in, I'd be like, let's
Yeah.
fucking go.
Yeah.
Ninth
Let's
period.
ditch
Let's
class.
chill by the buses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my God.
But it's a huge fucking difference.
Yeah.
And I knew your nunna. Like,
Yeah.
big time. And I loved her, dude.
Thank
she
you.
was so
Yeah,
sweet.
she was the best.
And I remember us going to fucking Rosemary's.
Oh yeah.
And we gifted her the Parmesan. Because
Up until recently, we still had the shaker.
Oh my God.
I'm not kidding. So we just re-renovated our kitchen. Like we did total construction in my house. And we literally had the shaker of the Parmesan and the red pepper flake in my house.
we
funny.
fucking-
Yeah.
We went in and if we wanted to sit, they were gonna make us like literally sit and wait. And we're like, no, fuck that. We want to. We're like, fine, no, fuck it. We'll in lieu of the fee,
Yeah.
we're gonna have it to go. And then we walked right outside Rosemary's and ate it outside their place.
Yep.
So when we wanted the Parmesan and red pepper flakes, we just walked back in, and then we're like, we can't bring this in. We don't want to get that fee, so
Right.
we just walked it home.
Yep.
Wow. So it
Oh
was,
my God.
Those were the days.
That was so funny. But yeah, no, and she was so sweet about it too, because we're like, here's a gift.
Here you go. Thanks.
Yeah. No, oh my God.
Remember the Stookies?
Yeah.
That cured me, I think, of the flu.
Yeah. Oh man. Basically, the joke used to be like, "Oh, fine, congratulations. You want a sticker or a cookie?" Like, we want both.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
both. I want a Stookie. So I was out from school sick because
Yeah.
that's what used to happen to me.
Yeah.
And this kid shows up to my house with a fucking sticker book
Stickers
and a
and
box of cookies. And he goes, "Here's your fucking Stookie.
Yeah. We put them
Now
on.
get
Oh
back
my
to
God.
school."
Yeah.
Yeah. And he literally took the stickers off the fucking sheet, put them on the chocolate chip cookies, and we sat there like two idiots
Yeah,
fucking
and we
eating
fucking ate them.
plastic.
Yeah.
So funny.
And
Oh my
glue.
God.
Yeah, we'd eat them and be like, "Oh man, maybe
This
maybe just the cookie."
It's like the cure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was back in school.
Yeah. Sticker glue cured it.
Yeah. Sticker.
Yep.
What sucks for me and like crazy because there's like a fucking pandemic is I got COVID like right before quarantine.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they
Yep.
said quarantine's tomorrow. I'm like, oh, I'm sick. I'm gonna get it today. Fuck you, quarantine. So,
I think I was patient 0 in our
Yeah,
group. It sucked.
so the thing that sucks for me is I came out of it and my asthma was
Yeah, it was really
I'm on
bad.
Symbicort. They fucking
Yeah.
changed my whole inhaler. They're putting me on crazy different shit. I fucking hate it now.
Right.
And also, I used to run when I was in high school. I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, go for a run." I'd be like, and my parents are like, "Oh yeah, no, Tony has asthma. You don't."
Oh my God.
they're like, "You're just wheezing."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Wait, what does that mean?" They're
Yeah,
like,
that
"No,
means you're
no."
dying.
So my doctor was like, when I moved here, it took moving out of the house for a doctor.
find out
Oh
that
my
I really
God.
had asthma.
Yeah. So my doctor's like, "You've had asthma. It's just, he must have had it a little worse." So
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, that's asthma. That's not."
That's not asthma.
So dealing with that in general at all and experiencing that, I've had moments where I'm like, dude, John has had to.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Go
It's
through, like,
I've had some scary
hell.
moments. Yeah. And like talking about COVID, man. So I caught COVID last New Year's Day.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, OG COVID, that sativa, not that indica Omicron bullshit.
get outta
The
here.
alpha.
Yeah, So yeah, the OG, and so I literally caught it New Year's Eve, fucking 2 days after New Year's Day, we all popped positive. It was fucking great.
Man,
And I'm sitting there, and thank God, I really didn't have bad symptoms at all. Like, thank God. Obviously, my doctors were really worried, but obviously at this point, I'm down 275 pounds. Like,
You're in a better
I'm
spot.
in a better spot. And I remember sitting there, and I ended up quarantining at my mom's because we all got COVID together. And I'm sitting there with my little brother, and I'm just like, if this was 2 or 3 years ago,
You would have died.
I would have died.
Damn,
Like, I would have been fucked. And he was like, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I was like,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Wait,
Yes,
no,
and no, I know it's true.
No, I mean, like, I had my
insane.
doctors tell me
Yeah.
that, like,
Yeah.
on the phone,
Yeah,
like,
no.
hey, like, we're glad that, like,
Yeah,
sorry you
you
got
got the
COVID, but like, hey,
Life
look at it this
change.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It was absolutely wild. Because
Yeah,
I know
big
for a
time.
fact, this pandemic hit 4 years
Yeah.
ago. I wasn't
Oh
making
my
it.
God.
yeah, no.
No,
You made the
it's
cut.
been a nice
Yeah, I did. I made the
Yeah.
cut. Yeah, that's why I changed my life. Actually, I had the inside scoop. Fauci gave me the
The Fauci
Yeah,
ouch.
yeah.
It's like, hey, we're releasing this thing in a few years.
Yeah, you better get your shit together, kid.
Here's some bets are gonna do some fucked up shit.
Yeah, life is gonna get some DLC.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, Accountable Life Group, you mentioned it's your podcast. So, what do you talk about on the podcast? Like, I've listened. This is for people.
Oh, I appreciate that. So the Accountable Life Group is, so first of all, it's a company within itself. So it's got a lot of layers. So Accountable Life Group is the name of the company and the group. So basically what we do is, like I said, it started off as a free community. So what I think is lacking from the weight loss niche, right, is that real sense of community, that bond. So like, yes, there's a lot of us. If you go on Instagram, you could search through Instagram. There's tons and tons of people with weight loss journeys, with weight loss pages. But the thing is, at the end of the day, a lot of them, I'm not going to say us, but a lot of them are all in competition with themselves.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? So like, we live in an age where social media is a big thing. Everyone wants to have 1 billion followers. They want to monetize and yada, 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 yada.
Yeah.
What they forget is, and what I've never forgotten, is that I've been the guy on the other side of the phone watching someone else have success and being like, how the fuck did he do that?
Yeah.
Like, what changed in his life? Where was that switch that went off? Like, and hi, can you help me? You know what I mean? So like, I know that feeling. So how Accountable Life Group was born was, I was on a podcast just like this, and who's now my business partner. You know, he was interviewing me for the second episode of his podcast, and we were bullshitting on the podcast, talking about just our beliefs and everything that's going on in weight loss and everything. And he hit pause on the recording and was just like, hey man, like, what you're spitting, like, I'm buying what you're selling. Like, I come from the same philosophy. Like, I totally get it. You know, instead of us, you know, trying to do this from, you know, 2 totally different directions, why don't we just come together and do it together? And, you know, I was like, sure, you know, like it took some thinking about, obviously, you know, and so we had built out the company, LLC'd it, everything. A couple of months went by, boom, that's when the pandemic hit. So it's like, I have a business partner. He lives in Michigan. We've yet to meet because of COVID.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah, ALG is going to turn 2 this year. So
Oh
like,
my God.
oh no, it's wild. So
Damn.
it's all been born off the internet, off the power of social media.
That's wild.
And
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's crazy. So, so again, so that community, right? So what I thought, you know, what I think is lacking is this sense of community. So I wanted to put everybody in an anti-social media platform. That's what I wanted to do. So we figured out a way how to do that. We built a website. You know, actually, we started on Discord.
Nice.
So like, everyone's using Discord now.
Yeah,
I was using
Discord's
Discord
great.
2 years ago when no one knew how to work Discord and no one was on it. And we literally got off of Discord because it just became a fucking clusterfuck.
Yeah.
And now we'd see everyone's on Discord.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, if we would have just stuck it out on Discord, we probably could have been like some OG pioneers and like, but it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. So we built this website, we built this community, and off of that, you know, we started doing the podcast, and that really started to click. We were getting more and more people on, you know, this free community call. I've had, thank God, you know, I've had huge success stories. Like, for example, this kid, Jay, came on to one of our very first calls that we ever did, brand new. Like, no one needed to be there. And that was the thing. Like, I had people from all different parts of the country coming on off the strength of just my journey and my partner's journey, and just taking a risk and saying, fuck it, let's just see what the fuck they have to say. So this kid, Jay, joins, and he's got quite a bit of weight to lose. And he's on this first call and he's just like, he's sitting in his garage, all his lights are off, and he's just like, hey guys, I don't want to talk. I don't even want to be here. I'm only here off the strength of my therapist told me that I need to join a group. I saw an advertisement for this that one of you posted. I happen to follow one of you, and I'm here. Don't talk to me. Don't call on me. Don't do anything. Okay. Lo and behold, couple calls. He breaks out of his shell. The dude is down over 218 pounds
Hell yeah.
in less than
That's
18
awesome.
months. In less than 18
Wow.
months.
Holy shit.
That's
Not
nuts.
only that, he was such a private person. So he had an Instagram that no one in his life knew about. No one in his life knew that he was on a weight loss journey. And he decided one day to make a TikTok. And he accidentally, like, he did the video, he edited it, and he accidentally, like, made it post, right? Now he had no TikTok followers, no anything. He went into a therapy session, never realized that this happened. His phone starts blowing up when he's in therapy. He ends up going viral. He's one of the number one weight loss pages on TikTok right now.
That's
And he has a
crazy.
huge Instagram following, huge TikTok following, and it's wild. He was on US Today, actually. He had a huge
Holy-
article
oh my
written about
God.
it. Yeah. So
There you go.
like,
congratulations.
yeah, man.
That's
So
awesome.
like shit like that, success stories like that, like that's worth more to me than like any payment than that you could pay me. So like that's where ALG was born. It was just born off this fact of like, I needed this. Like I needed this. John Arpino needed this 10 years ago. You know what I mean? But he couldn't do it. So John Arpino might as well go make it. So some other John Arpino who's out there who's looking for somebody like me can have it. And like that's it. Like I literally do what I do for the old version of me.
The way you said it too is like, oh yeah, the pandemic hit and stuff like that. The thing is, now more than ever, people need exactly what you're
Yeah,
doing.
big time.
Especially
Especially since you don't really have like that social interaction a lot of the times because
Yeah,
it's
there's
like social distancing and
social
everything. Except
interaction
for
is
us
kind-
right over here.
Like you gain
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be completely fucking transparent. I gained the COVID-19.
Yeah.
I gained the 2020.
Oh my God.
And I gained weight from having like a kid too. And like people who are at home who Uber Eats a thing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, well, so is this.
Right. I just want everyone to remember something. Before the pandemic hit, you would not think in your wildest dreams that Taco Bell, Wendy's, McDonald's all deliver now. That you could get alcohol delivered to your house.
Oh my
like you have to
God,
understand
dude.
something here. Like there was a point
Thank you,
in life where like me and my buddies used to sit and smoke weed in a circle and be like, "Yo, would it be fucking dope if Taco Bell delivered?" Well, here we fucking are.
Yeah, it's the modern age.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pandemic's thrown us a little further into the future, unfortunately.
Right.
It's like, bam, there you
Thrown
go.
us into the future.
Yeah,
It really
thrown us a little
has.
further
Great.
into the future. Who would have
Yeah.
guessed that?
This
you know,
all timeline that we've
Yeah.
entered.
Yeah. It's
No.
We're,
it's
we're,
the yeah.
we're at 28 minutes.
28 minutes.
Almost
Holy
28
shit.
minutes.
Okay.
Damn, bro, we ain't just getting started.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to a quick ad break. When we come back, we're gonna talk more to John about
The
bunch of
multiverse.
different. Yeah, we're gonna
Oh, yeah.
the multiverse of madness. We're gonna talk about the new Spider-Man movie. It's gonna be great.
We can if you want.
we can't talk about he hasn't seen it. He's
Yeah.
the only fucker.
Yeah.
Only fucker who hasn't seen
Leave.
You can watch it for free on IMDb now.
it. What?
Yeah.
Wait,
What are you hacking
Yeah.
IMDb? What are you?
Nah. There's an article about it.
Really?
And that's how I knew about it. Yeah.
Did we go to commercial?
Yeah, let's go to commercial. We'll see you guys after the ad break. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the part of the video that comes every 20 to 27 minutes. That's called the ad break. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, I'm here to talk to you guys about very special people near and dear to my heart. Guess what? The best way to support us, by the way, if you are interested, besides our sponsors, is clicking that join button and becoming a channel member. That's probably the best way and easiest way you can support us. So much love to the people who are channel members already. Super big shout out to Burgeritos for being a super sponsor. But besides that, what we do have is our sponsorships in different places that we support because we believe in their brands. So, Raze Energy Baby. If you guys aren't familiar, Raze Energy, it's an energy drink. They sell pre-workout, post-workout, and I think it's personally top of the line. Not only the best tasting in the market, but it's also the most reliable. In my opinion, one of the healthiest, because you are not putting a whole ton of sodium into your body. You're low calories. You're taking vitamins in, and it's actually something that energizes you. I've had so many energy drinks that do absolutely nothing for me. Coffee, I have a hard time even
actually staying awake from coffee. So I usually drink a Raze Energy to help me throughout my days. Check it out. Go to spacezamboni.com/Raze. Use coupon code SPACEZAMBONIE for, I believe, 15% off. So go there, check it out, put in that discount code, and get yourself some energy in your life. And are you guys looking to spice up your intimate life? That means your sexy time. Go to spacezamboni.com/bunny shop. I'll put a link right over here. Check out the bunny shop. See if it's something that you enjoy. See if there's something there that you wouldn't normally try that you would like to try. I can't show any of it. Literally can't. But trust me, some crazy cool stuff in there. We're going to talk to John. We're going to be talking to him about more of his journey, what he wants to do in the future, as well as some funny, spooky paranormal stories. So thank you for sticking around up till now. I'll see you guys back at the podcast.
Guys, welcome back from the ad break, which at this time was just straight up a trailer for the Spider-Man Blu-ray release.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Dan.
Recreated all by Matt or something. I don't know.
That would be awesome.
I didn't watch the ad break. I just did it. John, dude, you have been super into wrestling for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
How does it feel being a wrestler?
It's wild. I mean, so like I haven't wrestled in, so like pandemic hit, obviously everything shut down.
Yeah.
And then I have had my own stuff that I've done, you know, during the pandemic. I've had surgeries, I've had excess skin removal surgeries.
Yes.
So that has kept me from returning to the ring.
Okay.
But what I'm actually doing now is I do a lot of the day-to-day backstage stuff. So like I'm promoting now. Like I'm helping run shows. Like I'm the second in command in my promotion. So like that's really cool. That's really fulfilling. I will return to the ring. It's just a matter of when.
Are you McMahon?
Yeah. It will happen. It's just a matter of when. But like, you know, I've literally hung out with guys that I watched on TV my whole entire life.
That's
you know what I
awesome.
mean? Like
Yeah.
I've had lunch with Billy Gunn, if I could like just flex for 1 second, like, and that I won't name drop after that. But like, yeah, like it's stuff like that. You know, like I've had the privilege of hanging out with guys I've watched on TV for a very long time. And what's cool is the fact that I have photos with a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
Very heavy. And like now that we're booking them on our show, I'll take them to the side, you know, and be like, hey, like, you know, I met you, blah, 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 blah. And like, here's a picture of us. And I've built bonds with these guys just based on that. Like once they hear that, it's just like, oh, you're not just some Joe Blow. Like, hey, let me talk to you and like, let's have a conversation about life and what you've been through and this, that, and the third. And just, it's super cool. And it's like, it's weird because there's been times in my life where like, I will never say that I can predict the future or, you know, shit like that. But there were times where like me and you were friends and I was convinced back then that this would be my life now. You know what I mean? Like
Definitely.
I've said this to you know, our friend Billy, you know, there was times where we were hanging out back then and like for some reason, something I've always wanted to do was hop a fence. I don't know why. And to this day, I still have not hopped a fence. So we need to find a fence so I can hop it. But and I would say to like you, I would say to Billy, I would say to everybody, like one day I'm going to be skinny. And I'm going to hop a fence.
Yeah.
But like the thing was, it was always like one day when I'm skinny, one day when I'm skinny, one day when I'm skinny. And it was like, I was rewiring my brain then. Like I didn't know what manifesting things was then. Like I had no idea what that was. But what from the knowledge that I've gained now and like what I know about life, like I was manifesting my future back then. Like I was totally convinced that one day I was going to end up in a wrestling ring and I was going to hang out with these guys that I watched on TV and fucking like, I have a show coming up, you know, at the end of this month at Great South Bay Brewery. Like,
That's fucking
Yeah, Great
I
South
love
Bay
Great South
Brewery
Bay.
is
come
awesome.
through, guys.
Oh, they're
Like,
fucking-
yeah.
Oh, man, that place is great.
Friday, February 25th. Come through.
I'll be there.
Absolutely.
I'll
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
there.
You guys, tickets are on me. Like, it doesn't make a
Thank
difference.
you, dude.
Absolutely. But yeah, so like, it's just, it's weird.
I remember being in like front yards and being like, all right, how do we turn this into a wrestling?
Like my best friend, because I have two best men in my wedding. One is Steve and the other one is my best friend, Bull. He was signed to WWE for like 6 years.
Wow, that's
So like
crazy.
he's been
How
there,
the
you know
fuck,
what I mean?
yeah.
And like that's my best friend. He's gonna stand with me at the altar.
Yeah.
Like it's
That's
just
fucking
crazy how life works, how time works, and shit like that. So like, yeah, man, it's
So that being the mindset, what's the next manifestation?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Let's say it.
Man,
We'll look back and we'll be like, whoa, fuck,
there's
there it is.
so much, man. Like there is so much. Right now, the manifestation is growing Accountable Life Group into just being a household name when it comes to, you know, weight loss transformations, mindset transformations, stuff like that. Like, I don't want to be remembered for being the guy that lost a lot of weight. I want to be remembered for the lives that I touched and the impact that I caused, because losing weight is great. Like, there's nothing wrong with losing weight, but there's people on this journey, and there's people I talk to every day that, like, you get so hyper focused, and I'm guilty of this. You get so hyper focused on that end goal of losing weight, and then you do it. And then you have this conversation with yourself of, what am I supposed to do next?
Yeah.
You know, like, I've been so focused on getting this done that I didn't look around to see what am I capable of doing. You know what I mean? So, like, that's why I was doing the wrestling. That's why I was doing the podcast. That's why I was getting myself out there, because I once the weight came off, if I didn't keep moving, there's no doubt in my mind where, like, the weight could have came back on. You know, the statistics behind, so, like, if we could talk about bariatric surgery again for a second, like,
yeah, go ahead.
The statistics behind the success and fail rate, like I was saying earlier, if you don't fix the mindset, you won't follow through, and you won't keep it forever, right? Because like, people lose weight and then they think, okay, that's it. But then they gain the weight back. You know what I mean? So like, that was my thing. Like, I just want to help people.
Yeah.
And like, I've always been that way. Whether I was fat, skinny, fucking whatever, or dying, whatever the case may be. Like, back then, like, me and you, we were like two kids who were just down to do whatever for anybody. Like, that's just how we were. And we were like two guys who were just like, okay, you don't have a friend group. You don't have a friend group. Just come hang out with
Meet us in the comments.
Right. Meet us in the comments. Meet us at the fucking, at the lunch table in 8th grade.
Yeah.
And like, that's what we did. And like, that's never left me, because I would never say that like I was a nobody. I was definitely a somebody. I was a somebody for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? So now I need to be a somebody for the right reasons. And everything that I did back then, I could still do on a grander scale. So like, I just want to help people. And like, I tell that to some people and they're just like, yeah, that's great. But like, where does the money come into play? Or like, when does this happen? And like, blah, 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 blah. And it's like,
that's the wrong mindset.
Right. That's the wrong mindset. And it's like, everyone has this dream of monetizing. That's like the fucking word of like the last 3 years is monetization. Everything is monetization.
Yes.
And it's like, I've turned down more things that I could have monetized than you would ever imagine. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I don't want to connect myself to things that I don't believe in.
Yeah, and then you could get all this money, but it doesn't mean you're going to be happy.
Right,
I mean, look at Hype House or whatever it is. Those people are miserable and they're millionaires.
But that's the thing. The crazy fucking thing is that we went on such different life paths, and we're still the same.
Right.
Because you and I, like, I always say, I don't care how many subscribers I have. I don't care how many followers I have. I don't care how many people. If I could... someone tunes in and they get to laugh and forget about whatever the fuck they were doing. I'm happy.
Yeah,
that's it.
So I had like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was on one of my ALG community calls, and a gentleman popped in, and he was from England, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning his time.
That's
you know
so
what
funny.
I mean?
Yeah.
And I was gobstruck. Like, I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, oh yeah, no, like, it's 2 a.m. here.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been listening to the podcast, and I've been you've been listening to the podcast. Like, it blows my mind when people are just like, oh yeah, I listen to your podcast, or I follow you on Instagram, or you know, oh yeah, I joined ALG just because I wanted to talk. Like,
yeah,
I'm a fucking
shout out to Emily Pickles.
Yeah, we had our fans in England. It's really funny.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
We streamed right before we had you over, and we have a fan, Emily Pickles, who's from the UK.
That's fucking sick.
And she's like, I have to go to bed, but I want to watch it. We're like, go to bed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, like, I will purposely, because like the way that I do it is like, I do it like a round robin. So like, or like, I'll make people popcorn other people to talk, because I want everyone to have like an adequate time to talk about whatever it is they need to talk about.
That's awesome.
But like, if James, his name is James, if James happens to pop on, I'll be like, all right, James, you need to go to bed because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning your time. So say whatever the fuck is going on and go the fuck to bed. And they're like, no, bro, like it's fine. And I'm just like, no, you have a family. Like you have kids. Like,
Oh my god.
Do you remember the first thing that you said to me ever? I would never fucking forget this.
what's that?
You said, "Hi, my name's John. I'm gonna die when I'm 18."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The
Sounds about
first,
right.
the first fucking thing you said to me,
Mhm.
and I went, "Holy shit! No, you're not."
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what I was told.
And that's why every time, like, to me, you're already that person
Thank you.
who's like, every fucking person you touch is gonna be like,
Mhm.
"Holy shit!" And the crazy thing is, you needed to be there,
Yeah.
to be here. now.
Yes.
So that being said, when you're in the MCU, who are you playing? Who
If they're still looking for a Thing. I mean, I'm down. Thing is like my favorite character, and I've said this for years for no reason. For absolutely no reason, the Thing is my all-time favorite character. So if they're looking for a Thing,
You got it, guys.
Yeah.
Kevin.
yeah,
Kevin.
Kevin.
The guy.
Kev.
Forget Feige. We know
Yeah.
Kevin.
yeah.
Personally.
Or John.
Kevin, baby.
Yeah, somebody.
Give us a call. We got your thing.
If you look in the description of this video, I'll put my fucking phone number.
We'll have it flashing on the screen. So, seriously, like, you're gonna get there. You're gonna
Yeah.
get every fucking place that you want to be.
Thank you.
And you're gonna be a big name wrestler.
Mhm.
Your fucking group is gonna be a big group.
Thanks, man.
You're gonna be in crazy fucking roles. You're gonna be fucking Nightwing or some crazy
Yeah,
shit.
you're
You're gonna be
right.
like, oh fuck, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
god.
listen, that whatever happens, happens, man. I'm just
Yeah.
here to enjoy the ride and try to like
Oh, yeah.
shake as many hands and make someone happy.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
And I so proud. I can't fucking.
Here's the thing though, like I've
crazy.
had the Hollywood experience. Like I was flown to LA last February.
That's sick.
Yeah, like I got to experience what it's like to be on a television show and like to be treated like a movie star for 2 weeks. Like I got offered to be on this show, and listen, it's under contract right now. I can't talk a lot about it.
Yeah.
But you
But
know,
it's called this.
Yeah.
but make a long story short, to make a long story short,
Yeah.
I was asked to be on a television show. They randomly showed up to my house in 2019. We filmed something.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's it.
fast forward, obviously, pandemic hit, blah, 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 blah. Last February, I'm just getting over COVID. I get a phone call from the producer of the show and was just like, hey, X, Y, and Z network really, really was interested in what we put together for your bit. They would like you to be on the pilot. And are you interested in getting flown out to LA? Can I bring my fiance, who wasn't even my fiance at the time? And I was just like, can I bring my girlfriend? And they were like, absolutely. So they put me and these two other weight loss influencers, one who I'm very, very, very close with, in a house in LA, in Studio City. Literally, I could spit and hit the Warner Brothers Warner
Wow,
Tower.
that's crazy.
Like, oh yeah, dude. Like I would,
Wacko, Yakko, and Dot were
yes,
gonna come out.
yes.
They're like, they have a jar.
so like
ready.
before I finish this story, I have to say this because it's probably one of the coolest moments of my life. I wake up the first day in LA. I make myself a cup of coffee. I go outside. I'm sipping my cup of coffee at my Airbnb because we have a house.
That's sick.
And I'm looking at the Warner Brothers Water Tower.
That's fucking sick.
And I'm just like, I don't know how you got here. Like, I have these conversations with myself all the time, and I'm just like, I don't know how you got here, but like, you fucking did it. And I'm just like, okay, snap out of it. Like, you got shit to do.
Yeah.
And like, yeah. So like, I had that moment. So they flew me out. We filmed on location. Like, they had us working out in front of the Hollywood sign. On location in front of the
awesome.
Hollywood sign. It was sick, over a cliff. And I'm like looking at fucking $5 billion houses. And I get to meet someone extremely famous from something that I like, and they
Orlando Bloom.
flew him out.
Orlando
Orlando Bloom. They flew this individual out to meet me and
Yeah.
be a part of this process, and it's just like it was sick. So like and during that, so like I get to do all this cool stuff in LA, right? And then they're like, "Hey, do you want to have plastic surgery?"
What?
So like at this point, I've already had a tummy tuck, and I had to get my chest done because obviously I had gross man boobies. And if you have man tits and you're watching this, there's nothing wrong with that. But like I was at a point in my life where like I had lost all this weight and I needed excess skin surgery, and excess skin surgery is expensive as fuck. And they don't cover it with health insurance, and the United States government will pay for your weight loss surgery, But when it gets time to have the skin cut off, they're just like, fuck it, you're on your own, figure it out.
Damn.
So yeah, that's the story of it. So they were just like, yeah, we have this really great plastic surgeon. He started the show Botched on E.
Oh, wow.
And he's willing to do your surgery
That's
at a
nuts.
crazy discounted price. Are you interested? Yeah, I'm fucking interested. So I did the surgery. They filmed the whole thing for the television show. I paid a very good price for it.
Shit.
And I got to live in LA for 2
That's
weeks.
sick.
Wow.
Wow.
So when you met Orlando Bloom,
Was he wearing his Legolas hair?
He was in his Pirates of the Caribbean gimmick.
John, I know how much you love me. You're like, what the? Something
You're
got
a fucking right in Orlando Bloom.
something got miscommunicated. He's like there for your surgery.
Yeah. He's doing nip and tuck with his arrows. He's like, there we go.
Yeah.
Train with these swords all my life.
So Matt put a few links in this doc, right?
Right.
I don't know what the fuck
I don't-
remember at this point.
I don't know what they
Here we
are.
go.
I don't know what they are, but I know that I said John likes The Sopranos.
Right.
so
I think the last two may be soprano related. None of the other ones.
I'm
are like
afraid.
just
I don't know
random.
what any of these are, but apparently Matt's like, oh, I got you. We got some videos to show him. So, here, yes.
Yeah, I
Oh.
thought this was
This
funny.
is one of my favorite videos on YouTube. Yeah, no, this is great.
All right, so let's.
James Gandolfini on Sesame Street is everything to me. He should have been a reoccurring character.
scared.
Just his presence there, bro.
Yeah, towering above it.
This is so good. This is what daytime TV should have always been.
So everything's okay.
God, right there.
Don't mind me, I won't whack you. There's no hit set on you.
Where's Elmo? That was his rent money.
Yeah.
He got an envelope from me.
How are his legs doing?
Have you spoken to Ernie and Bert recently? They got some-
Well, what scares you?
The FBI. That's what the line should have been.
A wiretap.
I literally say that every time I watch this video. What are you scared of? The FBI.
That's him being scared of
Tony
the guy.
Soprano has a nightlight and a teddy bear.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Are kids supposed to get this reference?
No. To this day, I don't understand. This was for the parents that happen to be home with their kids.
Yeah.
I like Sesame Street.
Now he's getting a haircut. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
He was afraid of getting his haircut. He thought it would hurt.
Jim Hansen is doing backflips in his grave somewhere. Like,
I pictured him beating the shit out of that Muppet
Yeah.
with
Oh
the
my
fucking-
God, yeah.
with the lollipop.
Where's that trash can fuck?
Giant talking vegetables.
Yeah. You know, the veggie fucking.
yeah, this is from the scene where he takes the peyote in Sopranos.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just a bad trip for him.
Yeah,
They-
that's
they
all
just,
this
They
is.
just filmed it.
These mushrooms are too great.
It's, am I on fucking Sesame Street?
The giant,
Fuck took this booking.
the giant talking gabagool.
Jay Leno was busy.
Giant talking gabagool.
That would be great.
Where's the gabagool?
I would pay to watch that on television.
You know what I'm really afraid of?
Gabagool. The giant.
Jim Henson.
What else you got? I'm intrigued
That
now.
was fucking good. Matt, dude, I fucking love. Okay, so is this that's
the same
Sesame
thing.
Street? Okay, nice.
Got rid of that one.
Why are they both
Got
saying?
rid of that one.
Matt, did you just put
That
four?
one-
links?
Did you just put them over and over again?
that
Oh,
one's
that's
a
what
good
I do. Oh, that's a great one too. This is a really good one. I would have paid really good money for Bobby Bacala and Paulie Walnuts to always be Bert and Ernie.
Look at that Helga Pataki eyebrow.
Yeah.
It's sticking out of your beer
Like
over
a
there.
caterpillar living up there. It's like Frida Kahlo.
This is so fucking good.
That was all wrong. You're supposed to say.
Man, these fucking creators. Do
I
crazy.
really want to know who signed the deal for this collab.
know.
Like,
Yeah.
who?
It was super creative.
Yeah.
Once they saw
Kids
that,
will
they're like,
love it.
oh my god, this is genius.
Yeah.
This one, I can handle this.
Great. Let's take it from the top.
This is insane.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. This is like a weird fever dream, right? Who
Oh,
would
yeah.
have thought that they would have
Absolutely.
ever
This
been on
is
Sesame
weird,
Street?
dude.
Yep.
And they're just so chill about it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandkid's gonna watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, after I whack a guy on HBO.
What? Isn't Sesame Street now on HBO?
Yeah, isn't that the shit kicker? That's now HBO.
You can go to the same streaming service and watch Tony or Big Bird.
Yeah, where's the Game of Thrones Sesame Street?
It's coming. Don't threaten them with a good time.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm giving them ideas for their new spin-off show.
She gonna keep on doing that?
They're fucking yelling. You gotta stop them fucking yelling.
It's fucking gabagool.
Oh, right.
Oh, poppin' fresh.
Hey, you can't say the gabagool because Jesse came up with that before that skit was
I
released.
said you have a
What?
The skit.
Did you ever see Mad TV?
Yeah, I've seen Mad TV.
They've had that skit.
But no, Jesse came up with the skit first. You gotta give him the credit.
All right, Jesse.
And now it's a
did it
commercial.
first.
Well, it was a
Mad
commercial.
TV,
Yeah.
you owe him money.
Yeah, Mad TV got to send him a royalty check.
Yeah.
He gets it. Right.
Will Forte, you better get on there.
Again with the gingerbread man.
And action.
I can't hear you, Bert. I got a gingerbread man stuck in my ear.
The fuck are we doing for money? That's what he's,
Yeah.
that's what he's really saying to him.
There's a bit more like
This is public access television. Look at how fat this check gonna be.
like this.
Yeah, right? Is this charity work?
It's like this.
Whoa. Please do not laugh like Ernie and Mr. Sirico.
Now, why not, Mike?
I went on a trip to North Carolina. One of the only books they had was it just said Ernie's Little Lie.
Oh,
What?
I've actually seen this. This was like a deep, dark, like Reddit rabbit hole I went down.
what?
Yeah, no, yeah, there's like something behind
I
this.
didn't even go into the book.
Oh.
I just saw the cover. I was like, I already know what the lie is.
Yeah, that was a lie. Do you know that they actually said recently that that they really are a gay
Yeah,
couple?
no way.
Couple.
They
Yeah.
are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Sesame Street
Yeah.
lied to us for our whole childhood.
Yeah.
Just for our parents to be like, hey,
Big
no,
Bo,
hey.
Yeah.
No, they're really good friends.
They've been roommates
They're
since the 70s. Yeah.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
thing with The Odd Couple.
Right. Yep.
Is this them getting whacked for the next one?
Yeah. Newsflash: Bert and Ernie found dead.
Yeah. Holy shit, dude. Wait, so what are these other two, Matt?
I don't know. They're fun little tidbits.
Grow a guy? The hell's Grow a Guy?
What the fuck is Grow Guy?
I don't know.
No,
What
you
is
grow
it?
a guy.
You grow
Let
a
me
guy?
click
Yeah.
Is that like a chia pet?
Yeah.
Do I have to feed it?
Yeah.
Let me fucking click it.
I that's a trick. It's a trick.
Why won't it let me fucking... I feel like I'm 80 years old. Matt, you put a fucking... I'm going to have to like old school copy and paste this link. What am I, in the 90s?
This is amazing. I never realized I put a trick link in there, but I like it.
Oh, sneaky.
Yeah, you put a sneaky link.
Oh, God.
Oh, you have the former fat kid on your podcast, and all of a sudden you have a
That's
McDonald's.
because we're talking about it. Thoughts become
Hey.
things with Alexa and the computer.
I'm going to try it. Just look at me.
Yeah. Oh, look at that tasty
I don't give a
shit over there.
I don't even eat McDonald's, dude. I don't know if you heard my story, but I was working there and they had me clean a fryer with a toilet brush.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't work there no more.
This is why obesity is the real pandemic.
You got shit with your fucking McDonald's.
You really shit what you eat.
Your filet of shit.
Oh my god, it's delicious.
Matt, what is this?
It's a man that's growing a friend.
I can't even hear it.
Yeah, why is it so low?
Because he just said it's so
Mr.
quiet.
It's so quiet. That's a good idea. Oh, it's on the wrong TV.
Yeah, it's coming out over here.
Okay.
Oh my
Hey, Dan,
God.
tell us what they're saying.
Oh, it's Pete Davidson, the most famous guy from New York right
Yeah,
now.
salad fingers.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson, known for having sex with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, funny story. My sister-in-law went to the
Kim
movies.
Kardashian?
No, so they went. So my sister-in-law lives in Staten Island with her husband,
Oh my God.
and they went to go see Spider-Man. You know, the movie.
Yeah.
And her
Davidson
friend
was
needed to go
there.
use the restroom. She went to go use the restroom, and they closed the restroom because Kim Kardashian was taking a piss.
Wow.
Yes, because she was there watching the movie with Pete Davidson.
Oh my god.
Yes. This is like 3 weeks ago.
I hope you know this is breaking news.
Yeah.
This podcast comes out in February.
yeah.
When people hear that, they're gonna be like, "That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy."
Yeah.
You're gonna have like daily news articles
Yeah.
written on this.
yeah,
shit.
no, that's real life right there. They really closed the bathroom for that.
That's
crazy.
insane. They go nuts over the Kardashians, dude.
I don't know why. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, if you got famous for sucking dick.
James
I mean,
Franco?
Yeah.
What the hell's James Franco doing here?
He's a friend.
Why does he look like a skinhead?
He was growing.
He does. Because he got canceled.
Yeah. He was grown as a friend.
Man, we can't watch this shit.
Of course,
Franco was
Marvel gets a
canceled.
plug.
Oh,
during this.
shit.
We can't watch this shit. James Franco was canceled, dude.
I forgot James Franco was canceled.
When was James
Why was he
Franco
canceled?
oh,
Because
yeah.
of bad things.
So,
Do we have to go to commercial break for this?
No, let's fucking talk about it.
Wait,
That
was
way
he really
people
canceled?
could
James
grow.
Franco
Yeah,
was
he was
canceled.
canceled.
He
All right,
started
hold
an
on.
act.
Hold on, we're at 24 minutes.
No, we're talking about
All right, I'm just letting you know. I'm just
Don't
letting you know.
stop me now.
Land the plane.
Well, what did James Franco do,
I didn't
David?
realize James Franco was in this
He
skit.
started an acting school.
Oh, fuck, it's James Franco.
And Matt was like,
Yeah, I'm fucking sweating now. I'm like, I didn't remember him in this skit. I'm sorry.
Pretend it's not James Franco.
Pretend it's like Will Forte over his face.
So what did he do?
So he started an acting school where he had people come in and he would just do straight up sex scenes with them. And he'd be like, this is how you do a sex scene. So he, yeah, that's like me going, me being in your shoes. Like, I'm going to wrestle, but in the ring, what they actually do is fuck.
Yeah. This is how you
I'm going to
really
need
wrestle.
all the women to volunteer.
Wow. I'm going to teach you UFC fighting.
Wow.
You start
Here
with
we
this
go.
and you're like,
Yeah.
So no one ever left the class and was just like, hey, why is James only teaching us sex?
Yeah, this class is weird.
why did James Franco actually have sex with me today?
Fucking 101.
Yeah, and no one was just like, wow, he's an A-list star. I really enjoyed him in Spider-Man. Like, and now I'm
That's
fornicating with him.
Anybody
Now
think
he's
that was a
trying
weird
humping me?
class?
This is weird.
Why was that? You guys let me go for 40 minutes. No one broke.
No one said cut. There was nothing.
He's such a good actor. He didn't break
And
out.
I got a goodie bag on the way out. No one finds this to be weird.
Yeah, so yeah, he got canceled for that shit. Yeah.
Wow.
And then his rebuttal was, yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
I'm James Franco. Of course I did it.
They're like, oh, okay, James Franco, you have any comment? And he goes, no, that was me. It's like, okay. Jesus fucking
Case
Christ.
blown wide open.
It's okay. I made him all sign NDAs on the way out.
Yeah, they signed NDAs. No one should know this.
Yeah. It's a legal document.
Yeah. But
Wow.
no, if anyone's ever in a situation like that, please
Yeah, please.
Wear a
speak up.
condom.
please tell.
Oh my God.
Please tell the authorities.
Yeah.
Please don't let yourself be in a situation like that.
Please don't go near James
and-
Franco.
And please don't be afraid to tell someone or get the help you need. Please.
Yeah.
Don't go to James Franco's
Yeah,
classes.
don't go to James Franco's classes, please.
Before we
At all.
before we end the podcast, we tell every guest. We always ask.
Yeah.
Do you have any ghost stories?
I actually do.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
So, I moved around a whole lot, and so I used to live in Smithtown for a little bit. And when we purchased the house, we were told that the former owner's mother had died in the house.
Oh,
Okay, so we used to hear like pitter patter. We used to hear like running and like whatever, and then like things wouldn't work. When they were supposed, like light switches wouldn't work all of a sudden, and like TVs wouldn't turn on, and just like regular creepy shit. And then one day, a troll doll appeared on our front lawn out of nowhere.
no.
Yeah, like a regular troll doll. And like my little sister just thought it was like a really good idea to bring it in the house. Okay. She thought it was like one of her toys or something.
Yeah, that's
No one
right.
ever saw this troll doll before. So like the troll doll's in the house and whatever. And the troll doll would like move on its own. Like before Elf on a Shelf was a thing, we had a troll doll in our house that would do the gimmick.
Troll
and, like,
on a stroll.
yeah, yeah, troll on a stroll. And it would pop up in random places in the house. And then, so like, then one night, my mom had a premonition of this woman in the house.
Whoa.
And like had a full blown, like we were all in the house and we just hear my mom screaming upstairs, "Go away, you're dead, you're not real, you shouldn't be
Holy
here."
Fuck.
Yeah. So like, Mom, what's going on? The woman had appeared in the house, and this would only happen to my mom. So like, she tried to push my mom down the stairs a couple of times. Yeah, my mom would wake up with like scratches on her.
Oh, that's like poltergeist
That
and
is
stuff,
fucking-
or
So,
demonic.
and like bad shit would happen in this
Was
house
it 3
within my
scratches?
personal life and stuff. What?
Was it 3 scratches?
I don't know how many
I
scratches.
heard
Scratches.
grease scratches. I was like, what?
The weird thing about the house and everything that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Right? So like we had gone in knowing that the house, that the person had died in the house and whatever, but down the block from the house there was an abandoned lot that had like a barn on it and another house. It was a very big piece of property. So like me and my stepdad at the time had decided to like ride quads on the property. And then we decided to like do some searching within the property, which I was young and naive and stupid and probably should have never done that. Right.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I remember we found a Michael Jackson 8-track.
Wow.
And it looked like it was brand new.
That's crazy.
Sitting in this barn, right? And for some reason, he decided to take it. And it was like, ever since he took that right after that was when the troll doll appeared.
That's weird.
Yeah, on the front
That's
lawn.
crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know if like Smithtown is like it's literally one of the first settlements on Long Island. It's like the first town on Long Island.
Yeah.
And a lot of that area is old Native American burial grounds, and it's also old colonial burial grounds. So I don't know if it has anything to do with that. I don't know if that mixed in with the fact that the woman previous to us had died in the house. But yeah, like ever since we had that 8-track, it was like everything went to shit after that.
That's crazy. Same thing with Claryville, because Claryville was mainly
Native
what?
American
Native American.
Yeah.
And we were at first, so we rented the place first because originally we were going to do this place like upstate in like Troy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the lady was like, oh yeah, it's
It was
confirmed
legitimately
haunted. She goes,
haunted,
it literally
yeah.
confirmed haunted. And then she's like, yeah, but I want like X amount more because you're going to film there. So I went to this other place. It was like old farmhouse, fine. And then I researched the area and they're like plane crashes there.
Wow.
They're like Indian burial ground there and all this other shit. Cemetery 3-minute walk away. And we're like, uh-oh.
Right. Yeah. we're gonna find some shit, Shaggy. Like
yeah. So, but now we just got permission to investigate a guy who's on TikTok who has like a crazy fucking following, who says his swirls and twirls and house is haunted. So he just said, yeah, you guys can investigate with us. And he goes, the only thing I ask is that like you allow us to film too. You allow me to film too.
So wait, the location is what?
Swirls and twirls.
Like Swirls and Twirls, the ice cream shop?
Yeah.
Where?
In like by you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's haunted?
Apparently it's haunted. The guy has a whole fucking TikTok. He's like popped off on fucking social media.
Really?
The place is haunted. Yeah. And I just reached out to him. I waited and because I went to do Katie's of Smithtown.
Right.
Which was also
Okay, so yeah, Smithtown. Yes, again,
Yeah.
Katie's in Smithtown. Extremely haunted, confirmed haunted. Like,
Yeah.
there's something with the fucking area.
So I reached out to them first and I have yet to get a reply. But then
if you don't get a reply by February.
But then this Nick guy actually responded to me and said, yeah, no, he's like, I legitimately feel my house and workplace is haunted.
Wow.
So he's like, yeah, you guys can investigate. I was like, oh.
Wow.
So yeah, we'll see.
Swirls and Swirls, huh?
Yeah, I was like, that's crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, you get a goal with each scoop.
Why am I getting more twirls and swirls?
I woke up, I was upside down all over my mattress.
Oh my god.
No, that's crazy. I didn't even know. That's wild.
No,
That's a
yeah,
crazy
man.
story.
Yeah. Like that, yeah.
We've had that's wild. We've had people come on and
Yeah,
say
so many people saying that their
UFO?
house is haunted.
paranormal,
Oh, yeah, big time.
abducted by aliens. We had a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
We've had.
How well do you believe the abducted by alien story?
I don't know. It's interesting.
I
The
think-
person was high on shrooms
I think they
or
believe it.
peyote. I forget.
think regardless of the experience, if they believe it,
Oh, it happened.
Yeah.
it happened.
Yeah.
It happened to them
Yes.
to some extent, to
Yeah.
whatever extent.
Yeah.
But like,
I live with the George Costanza philosophy of it's not a lie if you believe it. And that's gotten me through a lot of things in
no,
life.
big time.
So,
Yeah, because seriously, if someone literally believes that they experience that
big
thing,
time.
yeah.
I have sleep paralysis.
Oh, I
Yeah,
used
you
to have
saw
sleep
the Hat
paralysis
Man.
really bad. Now I don't suffer from it as much anymore.
When
Wow.
did you used to have it?
Probably middle school, high schoolish.
Yeah, damn.
So
Theory
I.
continues.
This is so
Yeah.
fucking weird. Oh, now the
Everybody that
podcast
he's
is like a
friends
weird.
with had
Okay,
sleep
no,
paralysis.
dude. Literally on this podcast, I've had people come on that I get along with so fucking
Yep.
well, and the
If I have sleep paralysis tonight, I'm going to fucking come back here tomorrow and kill you.
Oh my
the one
Cut this because that's called premeditated murder, boys and girls, and that is illegal.
the one consistent thing. Every person I've gotten along with super well was like sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so weird, very strange. But that's even weirder that you used to experience. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. No, I used to wake up
Can't
into the
move.
bed, can't move,
Can't move.
and you would just feel like something's watching you or something's on top of you.
Yeah,
and I have very specific memories. Like my grandparents were both still alive, and I was just like, and you can't do dick.
I had this guy. I was sleep paralysis. I tell the story all the time, so I apologize for people who've heard it on the podcast. But I'm laying down. Guy with a bowler hat comes all the way up to me.
No, don't say this because I feel like I've seen the same thing. So now we're done here because I just
That's a
got
common
really
one.
bad goosebumps.
That are
now.
aliens. That's usually what
He
people feel like
leans-
they've been abducted
I was in
from.
this house. He leans over me, like all the way over me, and then my mirror in the room falls. My dog freaks out. My friend.
We're done here.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
Yep.
crazy.
No, I know Boulder Hat Man. No, I feel you. I really
No,
know
that's
him.
so fucking weird.
Yeah. No, I'm.
That's
But
yeah.
common
okay, to be
buzz.
fair though, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't had sleep paralysis in a long time.
Yeah, well,
Long
I'm
time.
coming
Knock
for you,
on
Mom.
wood.
I'm telling you right now. I'm letting you know I need
Yeah.
a good night's sleep tonight.
Yeah,
Burn your sage.
Yeah.
we have sage, literally.
Yeah, I got a
We-
whole bunch
we
of
came-
sage after
We came back
Claryville.
from Claryville. We're like,
See, I call it pop. I don't know about you.
No, but that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, that's
No, yeah, no,
very
for real.
interesting.
Mhm. For real, for real.
Wow. So on that spooky ooky note,
Yeah, right? I don't even know how much of that is going to make it to the podcast.
we ended the podcast with a smile.
Thanks for coming to this inspirational podcast.
This is for people who stayed past the hour mark.
Yeah.
That's where the good shit happens.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Guys,
Bring in the dancing lobsters.
Bring in Dan Schneider.
you know about Dan Schneider
no.
shit, right?
What dance?
We'll tell you after the
Yes.
podcast. Guys, thank you so much for watching this podcast. Much love. John, tell everyone where they can find you, how
Yeah,
they find you. and all that
Absolutely. You
shit.
can follow me on Instagram at J-Arp's Journey. That's JARPS_journey. I'm the same handle across all platforms. So I'd love to connect. Feel free to DM me. And you can also follow the Accountable Life Group, simple at Accountable Life Group. And if you're looking for coaching, you can log on to algcoaching.com and get a quote.
Dude, so much love to you. So much love to
Bro,
what
I
you're
really
doing.
appreciate you having me on, bro. I
This has been
love
so
you, man.
fucking
It's
good.
been long.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Brother, I appreciate you. Dan, thanks for whatever you do.
Thanks for the Baba Booey. You guys, we'll catch you next time. See ya. Peace out. Much love.
Bye.